Welcome to Muscle Maintenance with In Shape Fitness. It's Tuesday, October 9th, and I'm Kim Watkins, your trainer in New York City. We are having a lovely week so far. It is Tuesday morning, which means we are in our second day of this series for the week. So go ahead and stand up for me and get your shoulders back. Make sure that your abs are engaged. Hopefully you don't have shoes on. We're doing enough with our feet and the connection that we have with the surface of your floor, wherever you're standing, that I would prefer if you do this in your bare feet. So go ahead and start walking in place at a shoulder press, which means you're purposely extending your arms up to the sky and then pulling down. So creating that resistance, pushing up and pulling down, walking, and now jogging in place. Let's go ahead and take it up to a jog for the last few seconds. Good, good, good. We're going to do one more warm-up move, that toe touch kick like we did yesterday, and then proceed through the first of our 2 sets. 6 moves, 2 sets, about 11 and a half or 12 minutes in total, and hopefully we're going to keep you moving here, keep everything going. Now the toe touch kick, so now you're going to keep your legs straight, lifting your left leg out and then reaching over your head, kind of and touching your toe with your right hand, then lifting your right leg and reaching up and over with your left hand, touching your toe with the left hand, and just alternate for another 20 seconds. This is a toe touch kick. The main purpose of this is to extend your leg out and activate the hamstring so that you get the back of the leg nice and warm as we try to engage both the front and the back of the body. One thing that a lot of people emphasize in sort of things that they do for exercise, like running and cycling and what else? Even swimming to a certain degree, really puts a lot of added resistance on the front part of the muscular sort of system. The hamstrings, the glutes, your back tend to get a little less action, so we want to make sure that's happening. Okay, now we're going to do some jumping jacks. First move, standard jumping jacks. So you're taking the double shoulder width position with your feet as you jump out, then jumping back in and jumping back out at a moderate but dynamic pace, making a big circle over your head, touching your hands at the top. Now, if at any time you need to go back to the half jack, feel comfortable with that, that's absolutely fine. You've got about 15 seconds left. And now 10, 9, 8, keep a bend in your knee, a slight bend in the knee for shock absorption, bouncing your legs, landing on the balls of your feet. Now plant your feet shoulder width apart. We're doing a standard squat, so take your time, lower your body, sitting down and back, transferring the weight to your heels. This is so critical. Now exhale and press your heels into the ground, squeeze your butt muscles, and stand up slowly. We're going to do 2 more. In 30 seconds, we're only doing 3 squats. Lower your body as you inhale, and exhale, lift up. Make sure that your toes aren't turning out. Lower the body one more time, and exhale, press your heels into the ground, and stand. Good. Now isolate your weight on your right leg. Lift your left knee up as high as you can laterally, and now pulse up at the top, just like a 1-inch little pulse for 10 more seconds. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Very good. Switch legs. Isolate your weight, stabilize your weight on your left leg, connect with your floor surface on 4 corners, lift the knee up, the right knee up laterally, and then pulse at the top, 15 seconds. Yesterday we just did a sort of an alternating lateral leg out, the lateral knee lift. And I love that move because it's so great to get the top part of your butt kind of involved in the action. You don't, again, with the regular life and things that we do in regular life, a lot of work does not take place on the side of the body or the back of the body. And of course the butt's part of the back, but it kind of is at that diagonal there. You've got 2 seconds. Excellent. Okay, now down on the floor. We're going to do that plank on your hands, but what we're doing today is something called a hand tap. So get yourself into the position where you are at the top of a push-up. You're on your toes, your hands are under your shoulders. Now 30 seconds, tap the right hand over the left, then the left hand over the right. And that's all you're doing. Just alternating the hand tap and smiling, holding that plank, squeezing your abs. You've got 15 seconds left. Make the most of this time. Make sure that your weight is distributed really evenly between two sides. Of course, you're alternating the stabilization from hand to hand. You've got 5 seconds. 4, 3, 2, 1. Good. Now turn back over and you're in that tabletop position, or turn over and you'll be in the tabletop position. Hands underneath your shoulders again. Now your feet are on the floor. Your body is facing the sky. And alternate a kick where you lift the knee up, then kick the foot out, then bend the knee, put it back down on the floor, and then alternate. 15 more seconds. Now listen, here's the thing you want to do. You really want to kick out with some force, kick the lower part of the leg out with a flexed foot and with a little bit of force. And you want to make sure that when you put your foot back down on the floor, you don't turn your toe out. Very, very, very important. Keep your hips up high. 5 seconds. These are called crab kicks. And I kind of love them actually. It's a goofy position and it's very awkward, but it's so good for you. Okay, now lower your butt down to the floor. You're doing a Russian twist, only this time twist far over to each side so that you can put your hands, both hands, on the floor and get that going for 30 seconds. This is a Russian twist. You remember you're leaning back a little bit with your torso to about 45 degrees in order to fully engage your core. If you sit up real straight or you lean back too far, your core muscles are not really engaged completely. So you get, you kind of skirt the real difficulty of the exercise. And even though these are not the most difficult versions of all the moves that we're going to be doing this week, you do want to make the most of the time. So keep it going. 3 seconds. And stand on up. We're going back to jumping jacks. One more set. Jumping back jacks for 30 seconds. Go ahead and get started. You need to take a sip of water. That's fine. Deep breath. Landing lightly on the balls of your feet. Making big jumps, big circles. Touching at the top. And keep it going. Keep your butt tucked in. Your abs tight. Your back is straight. Your shoulders are back and chest is high. Hang in there for a few more seconds. And now plant your feet shoulder width apart. Let's do that standard squat. Make sure your toes don't turn out. You inhale on your way down. I have caught a cold. I don't know if you can tell. I'm sniffling a little bit here. Yeah. I think that the marathon that I ran last weekend, sort of towards the end of the week last week, I was starting to feel a little run down a little bit. And I think it caught up with me finally. So I have a bit of a cold. You'll have to muddle through with me, but I am, doing all the things I need to do to mitigate the effects. I just have some sniffles, so pardon that. But keep your squats going. You've got a couple more. Big inhale, one last time. Down in the squat position. Hold it for a second. Slowly lift up. Now stabilize your weight on your right leg. Lift that left knee laterally and pulse. 15 seconds. This is a balance move. You're connecting with the right leg on all four corners. Steer at one spot on your floor. Halfway through here, isometrically contract all the muscles in the right leg. Really make it a tree trunk. 3 seconds. 2, 1, and switch. Now the left leg is stable. Right knee lifts up laterally and pulse. Good, good, good. Working the upper part of the leg, or the very tippy top part of the butt, called the gluteus medius. It's a kind of a bit of a covering over the gluteus maximus. If you look at a sort of anatomical model of a body, you'll see that the way that works, like the top part of the butt is not actually the same part of the muscle as the bottom. Okay, now you're down on the floor. Let's do hand taps. 30 seconds. Get yourself into push-up position, hands underneath your shoulders. You're on your toes and tap. We're at 10 minutes exactly here. Got another minute or so, a little more than a minute left. Coming in probably around 11 and a half minutes, which is really fabulous. You'll have the rest of your day knowing that you've at least done something. Now, the muscle maintenance workouts can't replace, your complete requirement for exercise, but it is a good complement to some of the, other things that you might do where you might only get to the gym twice a week, or maybe you, have that dance class that you take, or a run you like to do once a week or something like that. But, it's not going to take the complete place of everything, but it is a little something to boost your metabolism and get your energy up every day that will make a huge difference in the way you feel. Okay, now you're doing crab kicks. So turn yourself over, sit down on the floor, get your hands and feet in position, lift the hips up, and then start alternating the knee lift, lower leg kick, bend the knee, back down on the floor with the foot, and the next side. Very good. These are so good. I mean, obviously, one thing that's happening right now is that you're working your shoulders and your triceps and your biceps. You're working the chest muscle a little bit. You're holding your body up into this awkward position, which means that blood is flowing in weird ways, which means your heart is working so much more, and your aerobic conditioning level is being tested. And then, obviously you're moving your legs. So you're working your hips, working your glutes. You've got 5 more seconds. You can do this. We're going to do a Russian twist, and then you'll be finished. Excellent. Okay, butt down on the floor. Lean back and twist. Tap the floor, side to side. You can do this. Working through the waistline. Our ab move this week. All about rotation. Making sure that you really focus on the way that your body moves from side to side as in a rotating function. There are 2 ways to move side to side, right? It's either to turn at your torso, or to use the lateral muscles on your legs and hips to move actually side to side. And with both rotation and lateral movements, you don't really do a lot of that in regular life anymore. We're so forward, back, and black and white in terms of our anatomy and what we do with our bodies biomechanically. So we're focusing on rotation here with this ab move, and you've got 3 seconds. 2 and 1. Awesome, good job. So that was our Tuesday workout. It will be a little harder tomorrow, so please join me again. My name is Kim Watkins. I'm from InShape Fitness in New York City, and you can visit our website, inshape-fitness.com, for lots of things, fun things that we do in terms of working with our clients in person via Skype, and lots of other podcasts and options for free programming. So let us know if you have any questions. I'll see you tomorrow.